Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'm getting baptized today, and I want to share my story with you. It started about eight and a half months ago. I was really down in a hole. I had been laid off from my job. My grandmother at 96 years old had suffered a stroke. A lot of stuff going on in the family. Just a down and out, really hard times. There was a couple of times that I had contemplated and perhaps thought about harming myself. I also turned to alcohol to try and, ease the pain, which didn't help. One night I was really down and out, and I reached out to a personal friend, an amazing lady, and she told me to call a friend of hers. And it just happened to be that it was Pastor Seth at this church. And I think it was 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I told her, no way, I'm not gonna call this stranger at 11 o'clock at night, and she said, just do it. So I picked up the phone, dialed the number, and on the other line, Seth answered, and I think we talked for an hour and a half. He talked me through the night and just really helped me get through my emotions that I was going through at the moment. And he invited me to come down to the church the next morning and meet with him. And so I did, and we talked for another good hour and a half. He asked me if I had a Bible, which I do not. I've never had a Bible. And so Seth personally got me a Bible, which I have just cherished dearly since. But from there, I just started coming to church. I came every single Sunday morning. I kind of jumped in towards the end of Kaleo on Wednesday nights, finished Kaleo out, and I found so much peace and joy in coming here and being a part of this facility and the people involved in it. But I was still questioning, the faith. I don't know how else to explain it other than to figure out how to trust 100%. I was at that 85, 90%. And I think from there is when the announcement of Alpha. And I got really, really excited about that. Alpha was really, really good for me. And the best part of that series was definitely the Holy Spirit weekend in Glenwood. And I think that is when the 100% of my faith set in and I was just overcome by the Holy Spirit. Going into Alpha weekend, I still wasn't 100% sure of really what the Holy Spirit was and what it meant. And boy, I remember sitting there, I remember this perfectly, sitting at the table and discussing with the group, and I just said, I get emotional at times just during worship, and feel a lot of the services are just the pastor speaking to me, just me, one-on-one, straight to my face, and it's all about me, and and I stopped, and the rest of my group at the table said, that's the Holy Spirit right there. And it was like a light bulb just went off, in my head. I was like, oh my goodness, this is what this is. That's the feeling and the Holy Spirit overcoming me. And that gave me 100% of my faith. And it was just the most amazing experience. Amazing. I left Alpha weekend just a smile on my face, feeling amazing, just everything, my outlook, thoughts, perceptions, everything had changed. And it was just amazing. I had thought about it for a while, but like I said, I wanted to be 100% in and just learn how to surrender myself 100% to God. And once I did that, I was sure about wanting to be baptized. It's just amazing the way that my life has completely turned around. just surrendering myself to God's faith, because I've still been experienced hard times since, and rough times, and I just, instead of stressing over it, I just ask God to guide me and get me through it, and it's like the whole world's been lifted off my shoulders for me. I know that baptism doesn't make me a Christian, doesn't wash away my sins. I know that Jesus died for my sins, and I have accepted my faith long before this, so this baptism is just an outward expression of an inward change that's happened in my life.